Hello everybody, and I want to welcome everyone to this episode of the Booze Geek. My name is Chuck, I am your host, and before I get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like the episode, hit that like button too, give us a big thumbs up, and I want to thank y'all in advance. But on tap on this episode, we're going to be tasting and reviewing a beer from Firestone Walker. And I'm just going to turn around, get it started, and grab the bottle. Here we go. So this beer, this is their SANTA LUCIA IPA. And this beer, well, it's inspired by, and it's a little bit of a unique twist on one of their flagship beers, which is their Union Jack IPA. But, oh, and please feel free to check out my review of the Union Jack IPA. And if you're really nice, I'll even leave the link right down in the description section. Okay, make it easy for you. But back to the SANTA LUCIA. So this beer, this is an unfiltered IPA. This beer clocks in at 7% ABV, and it's got an IBU of 65, and it's made with 5 different types of hops, and those hops are Amarillo, Azacca, Cashmere, Eldorado, and last but not least, Hallertau Blanc. So, without further ado, I'm going to grab the bottle opener, and let's get this review started. Here we go. 1, 2. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And no smoke out of the bottle. No smoke at all. Grab the glass. Let's get a little pour. That should do it. Set that down. Well, yep, you can definitely tell it's unfiltered. We have sediment floating in that one. And we have, about a half finger veil of slightly off-white carbonation. Just slightly off-white. It's almost an orange hue to it. Almost like the beer. You have a burnt orange hue to the beer and a slightly orange hue to the carbonation. But either way, I'm giving it a swirl, and let's give it a nose. Here we go. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Okay. Some interesting aromas here. First and foremost, there's some vegetation quality coming through. There is some mustiness. There's a slight aroma of onion. Some herbal notes are coming through as well. Maybe one more here. It also seems, it seems like there's some slight tropical notes trying to poke their nose through. Get it? Their nose through. I mean, there's a little bit of guava and a little bit of mango trying to come through. And just a hint, just a slight hint of grape as well. But a lot going on, but I don't know. Seems like with all those aromas going on, they're kind of mushed together. So we'll give it a see what happens on the palate. Let's give this another swirl and let's give it a sippy sip. Here we go. Prost. Well, it's definitely a full-bodied beer. That's for sure. And what do we got flavor-wise? Well, first and foremost, that mustiness and that vegetation quality is definitely coming through. First and foremost. And we're also getting some of those herbal notes. Seems like a slight bit of that onion is trying to poke its head through. And last but not least, I mean, they're there, but they are so subtle and they're on the back end. And almost like an afterthought are those tropical notes of that mango and that guava. I mean, here's the thing. It's not a bad beer by any means. I just think there's too much going on. I think the tropical notes are hugely bogged down by the mustiness and the vegetal quality. I really think this beer is just really unbalanced. I don't know, it just seems like a mishmash of all these aromas, all these flavors, and they're just kind of all over the place. They're just really kind of in this liquid soup, and there's nowhere to go because there's so many of them. And they are kind of thin, too. I'm going to give it one more sip, though. I want to make sure it's not me, and I don't think it is. Yeah, it's not really opening up anymore. It just seems like they're all kind of stuck together. Out of the pint-o-meter, I'm only going to give this one a 5. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a worthy attempt. I think it needs a little bit more focus, a little bit more polish, and I think, it needs to just concentrate on some of those tropical notes and bring those out a little bit more and just kind of pull down that that mustiness and that vegetal quality. Pull those down and bring up the tropical notes so they're a little bit more balanced, because right now they're just on opposite ends of the scale, you know. But I'm going to stick with my rating on that. But I do recommend everyone go out and try it. And on that note, I'm going to wrap this episode up, and I'm going to thank you all for tuning in. And as always, you can follow me at the websites, which are www.pubshavapinted.com, or the blog, which is www.pubshavapinted.blogspot.com. And with that, I'm going to raise this pint, baby, and we'll see you on the next episode. Cheers, prost, and enjoy!